Maybe I can do Rachel.
My clock's going back, and I think we're on the air, DBoss.
Okay. Are we on now?
We're just about to come on the air.
Okay.
So we, because people are watching us maybe throughout the Caribbean right now, and we've got a great show lined up. And so hi everybody who's tuning in. We're here in Toronto. This is live TV. There's a couple of things happening, but the show is going to progress as it should. And that's the alarm that tells us it's time to come on the show right now. And we're really looking forward to it. In fact, this is it. This is the show.
Welcome, everybody.
You know what I mean? I'm going to turn this off now because I think we're ready to go, DBoss. Let's start with the opening credits, shall we?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody, to Caribbean Liquid Lunch. We got a great lined up here for you today. You know, I'm telling you, it's our Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. It's our weekend here for Thanksgiving. So we're getting all geared up to be turkeyed out and eating out. You can't say nothing because he's trying to do all. But anyways, we have our first guest up today. Her name is Rochelle Joseph, and she's from Lusshs Cakes and Treats. And she's very interesting because she's born in Barbados, but she lives here in Toronto, Canada. So she makes all those nice treats that everybody gets in the authentic Barbadian way. So we're going to find out a little bit about her after. And then also our featured guest today is Papa Levy.
Yeah, and we've got
he's live and direct from Jamaica, but he's in Toronto.
He's on the beach somehow with palm trees and everything.
So he's going to be here. And then on our segment for Talk It Out, we're going to be having, of course, our guy Chill, DJ Despair. We're the co-hosts for it, Hugh, myself. And it's going to be the featured guest today is core DJ Robb, and that's Robb with 2 B's. He's going to be on, and he's going to be telling us about what his career and a little bit of his career is going on with that. Mm-hmm. And then on Real Life Matters, yours truly, we're having on today Calvin Lake Hodge. He's Love Group Publishing. He's going to talk about a little bit about the copyrights of music and why artists it's so important for people to get their music copyrights. And he's been in this industry for a while.
You know, I was just going to say, because like if people were watching yesterday, they saw Mr. Creep talk about the importance of all the music publishing stuff like that. And Calvin Lake, Hodge or Lodge?
It's both. It's Hodge Lake. But he's from St. Kitts, raised in Antigua. He's all over.
He lives in Jamaica now.
He lives in Jamaica, but he's from LA.
See, it's weird. But we're going to be talking to him all about music publishing and the importance of that.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take a brief moment, and we're going to take a commercial break right now. So we'll be right back.
Here we go.
You are watching CaribVision.
Chinese went to the polls on the 2nd of March 2020, and it took 5 months before they finally got an official result. With my colleagues in Carib Nation today, we're going to talk about what happened and why.
It was not unlike any other election since 1957. Elections in Guyana have always been a flashpoint for the contestation for power.
Oh, the Bali girl, I pray for this. The practice of horse race began from way back in the ancient Greece and is one of the oldest sports in the whole world. You got all kind of horse race both there. You got flat racing, you got jump racing, harness racing, and endurance racing. Horse race go on in Africa.
Melchai Farm was established in 2012 by farmer Kyle Joseph. At the Orkinskio-based property, Mr. Joseph cares for sheep, goats, and cows. And recently, his farm hosted a tour for Chief Secretary Honorable Ansel K. Dennis.
I breed animals. Yeah, reason why I don't kill on site. I sell them off to the sheep farm or to breeders who want to replenish their stock.
Well, the kindergarten nonsense, otherwise known as Washington, D.C., is doing nothing to dispel that comparison. In the wake of the passing away of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she'd hardly drawn her final breath and had the chance to rest in peace before the hissy fitting began as to whether or not confirmation hearings should begin for her replacement. Leftist terror organizations said they'll respond with riots and arson if they don't get their way.
We are on Facebook. Join the growing CaribVision community today. Go to www.facebook.com/CaribVision. Be a part of our online family, whether you are located in Canada, the USA, or even farther away. CaribVision is about what it means to be from the Caribbean, our culture, our lifestyles, our voices. Log on or switch us on. CaribVision.
DBoss is just taking phone calls right now. Anybody want to call?
Anybody want to call me?
Yeah. We're just okay. This is live TV in action. DBoss, she just said hi. Oh, there she is. She's coming on, or somebody's coming on. Who's that?
We got
That's Rachel. That's Rachel. She's
there.
on.
She's there. We just had to make sure she got on there.
Yeah, it's been this is live TV, right?
Right.
So it's exciting to be watching. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, as I said before, this is Rochelle Joseph. She's from Lush Cakes and Treats, and she makes she's a baker, and she can make all kinds of cakes and all kinds of stuff, but she really specializes in these Barbadian treats that you don't see up here too often. So with no other further ado, we're going to welcome Rachel Joseph.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Thanks for having me.
I can't believe you're on webcam and you didn't bring any of those treats to us. I mean, Papa Levy brought some treats.
You're wrong.
Look.
Oh, there they are.
I've got a couple of things.
Oh my gosh. Oh my! Now we're gonna get really hungry.
You know, actually, we've got smell-o-vision. The viewers can scratch their screen.
That would be awesome if you had smell-o-vision. I do have a couple things. Yeah.
Well, you look great.
Thank you.
And please tell everybody what part of Barbados you're from, because you know the headquarters for CaribVision TV is in Barbados, so you can shout out your family.
I am from Boscobel, St. Peter, so I'm a country girl. So hello to everybody in St. Peter. I went to St. James Secondary School, so I'm a Trent girl. So hi to anybody that went to St. James, really.
Great.
Well, tell everybody, how did you get your name, Lush Cakes and Treats?
Lush was a nickname that was given to me by a friend years ago. I won't say why. Nothing negative or anything, but it kind of stuck with me for years.
Why won't you say why?
People want to know.
Stuck. And
Is it something to do with drinks?
You know, it might be. It might be. I do have an affinity to a rum and coke, so I'll leave it. Yeah.
The Bajan rum, which one?
Mongay, of course. Extra old. Mongay extra old.
Mongay extra old.
Yes.
Can you get that here in Canada?
Yeah, I think it's at the liquor store. I usually tend to bring back my own stash, so I've never really had to buy it here much. I do buy Mangay here, but not the one that I typically bring back with me.
Yeah, because you can't get it. It can't be over 40%.
Exactly.
How do you know?
Well, I checked the labels, DBoss.
All right. Well, you know, and I'm pretty sure the people in Barbados are proud seeing a Bayesian on there. We told them we'll bring them up live. But can you tell us a bit about the cake that's next to you?
Which one? We've got two. So these are like my newest offerings, like because of the pandemic and people celebrating on a much smaller scale. There hasn't been a lot of need for bigger cakes, like an 8-inch or a 10-inch cake. And some people are celebrating just themselves and their partner, or just themselves and their kids at home. So there's been a demand for much, much smaller cakes. So I've started making 4 and 5-inch cakes, but we're calling them mini or micro cakes. And these are my two new displays that I did just for photo purposes recently. Both of these are 4-inch cakes, and they're both vanilla cake. This one is just adorned with chocolate balls. Everything on the cake is edible. And this one, everything kind of is edible, but I wouldn't really recommend eating this. This is actually rice paper that's just been manipulated to look the way it looks and brushed with edible
Well, you
gold.
would like that.
Yeah, it's made with rice. It's got rice in it.
It's not peas and rice.
Yeah.
It's no rice.
Exactly. Yeah. So those are my most recent offerings, the 4-inch and 5-inch mini cakes.
Okay. And you make rum cake or black cake or what everybody says, you make that too?
I make rum cake, I make conkeys, I make turnovers, sweetbread, cassava pone, all of those old things that we grew up with back home that we just enjoy.
And is that something you had on that plate? Can we see it?
On the platter, I have sweetbread. This is sweetbread over here. And this is turnover. I just made it much bigger so I could show the texture of it a little bit better. But it's actually turnover with the coconut and everything inside. And my thing about turnovers is I need to have a big bite of coconut every time I take a bite. And I hate that it's mostly dough and hardly any filling. So I like to put a lot of filling in my turnovers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's for people that cheat with the
Yes. And
the coconut and make it like polka dot or something.
Exactly. It needs to have a lot of coconut. Like I believe in the golden rule, like do unto others as you have to do to you, right? So if I don't get a turnover with filling in it, I'm gonna complain. So I don't want people to complain about my products. I give them what I like.
You know, I want some coconut filling right now. Oh, no. Where do we get these cakes?
You gotta order. Can you give her a chance to tell you?
So
conkeys are very good too. She makes explain people that's what it is in Jamaica so people understand worldwide, because you know all the terms and the pronunciations.
Yeah, so in Barbados and I believe Guyana and a couple other countries we call it conkeys, but in St. Vincent they call it dukana. They also call it by that name in Jamaica, but Jamaica has 3 names for it. They call it dukana, tire leaf, or blue draws. Yeah.
Blue draw.
Yeah. So a couple other islands call it pay me as well.
Pay me?
Yeah, pay me.
I think it's Trinidad or no?
It might be Trinidad. I think it was Trinidad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everybody has their own. You know, so funny how the Caribbean has similar products, but people call it different names, and some people don't know what the product is because they don't. It's not called by the name that they're known to call it.
Exactly. Yeah.
What gets me though is that only Trinidad makes the doubles. Why doesn't other people make the doubles? You know? What, not good enough? I say it's good enough.
I don't know, but they're good at it, and I like it, so I think they should stick with the doubles. They perfected that. Yeah.
I can cook any kind of. I can make roti and all those different things. So you know.
So dinner at your house this weekend? Okay.
Yeah, I guess. I want to come to my house.
Can you bring the dessert though?
I'll bring the dessert. Half mask and dessert will travel.
All right.
And you also, Rachel, you make a wicked cheesecake.
Yes, I do make cheesecake. I don't just do the Caribbean stuff. I do the other things as well. I do make there's a few cheesecakes. My most popular seller is the regular fruit top cheesecake, but I also do I've started recently with the mango flavored cheesecakes.
Ooh, I want that
I've got
one.
a Bailey's cheesecake as well, and then I've got one that's a fruit compote swirl.
Okay. And I like when you do the she does her cakes. And you know, those are for those drinkaholics or alcoholics or whichever kind of aholic you are.
It's a big market.
Yeah, the alcohol infused cakes and strawberries. Yes, I do those as well.
She does the cakes that you could have cakes with the shot glasses, right? You have little shot glasses in the cake.
The little pipettes, they have the alcohol in them. There's like the little mini tubes with the alcohol. Yes, they do go in the cupcakes or.
I'm in. If I get to keep those shot glasses, then I'm in. I'm all in.
She's very, because you do the Baileys, you did Johnny Walker, and you did others. And for the people that don't drink, if they're doing, they can get fruit juice in there.
Yeah, or you could trade it to a friend.
Or they can have something that's much softer in terms of alcohol, like a Moscato that's not as strong.
Right. So you could do wine in there too.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The bottle cakes, the cakes that have the full size bottles on it as well. Yeah.
Oh, you have the cakes with the full size bottles?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we've had some absolute vodka.
Yeah, man, did I bring it over? Yeah. Bring it over.
He said, "Bring it over, bring it out, bring it on." It's Friday.
Yeah, it is Friday. Time to celebrate, right? Toast it up.
Yes.
Ready to celebrate the weekend.
So, where can people find you at? And if they want to order, and order the stuff, and order from you.
You could order it. Okay. Yeah.
So currently, my orders, I take them through my my Facebook or through my Instagram page. Both the handles are Lush Cake Streets. I do have a website under construction where I'm hoping to streamline the entire order process, where everyone will go there to place their orders. I will no longer have to facilitate it through Instagram because it is a bit tedious to track everyone on Instagram. But right now, Instagram or Facebook Messenger is the best way to reach me, or by phone.
Okay. All right. So you can go Lush Cakes and Treats.
Yes.
And what do you want to say?
Well, what I want to know is, are we, do we have to order over the mail? Because
email.
When I eat baked goods, I like to go into the store and I like to pick them and know that they're fresh out of the oven, even when they are fresh out of the oven, the nice hot ones, Possible?
The way I'm setting up the process for ordering, if you order, let's say you want to place an order for sweetbread or cassava pudding, I'll get the order today, and generally the pickup time would be tomorrow. Pickup or delivery would be tomorrow. But the reason initially for the website is there are some people that aren't really in Toronto that would still like to order. Right. I'm trying to have it set up for a 1-day or 2-day delivery service. So something like sweetbread or pudding would be the only thing for a 2-day delivery service. But other things like custom cakes and cheesecakes, those would have to be like a same-day pickup.
Okay,
wow.
So people can. So where's the location where they pick up?
I'm located in North York.
In North York, okay.
Yeah.
So
you should basically you call her, you order, and she can either bring it to you or you could come pick it up.
Yes.
Depending where you are, if you're not up in Muskoka or somewhere.
Well, that one.
Yeah, no.
I
have delivered as far as Burlington, but I'm open to delivery. Yeah.
Well,
what extra charge?
What about beyond Toronto, beyond Ontario, beyond Canada? Even is that possible? I mean, I guess it depends on how good the delivery.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it's something that's in thoughts. But because of COVID, everything is kind of on a pause right now with something like that. But it is something that I'm hoping for in the future.
And we don't have very many Barbadian bakers. You got a lot of Jamaican food. You got Chinese. You got everywhere's but to get people that make the treats from either you got to know somebody like either my family or somebody that that will make that during certain times. Right. But it's not really very popular.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the Bayesian community in Toronto, that would be good news.
Yeah.
And anybody else to try the coconut turnovers and the
we will bring you
I want to try that sweetbread. Fresh out of the oven, if possible.
That's the best
for you.
Fresh out of the oven with a nice cup of tea or coffee is the best way to have it.
Yeah, coffee.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can have it because sometimes you have that for breakfast. It's a breakfast thing too, right?
Yes, it is breakfast, a snack,
or
pretty much anything. Yeah.
One time I went into a bakery and they just finished the hot cross buns and I got a tray this big and they were right out of the oven and I ate the whole tray.
Very greedy.
That was the best 20 minutes of my life. The rest of the day was shot though.
I had a client do something similar. She came to pick up an order of turnovers and she got a couple extra ones just in her hand and she called me like it couldn't have been more than 2 minutes later. She's like, I got to the end of your street and I've already eaten 2. So I think I'm gonna need more.
That's what happens, right? When they're hot. It's probably a good idea you are delivering them. To cool down.
To cool down and has to reach home.
Yeah, I've gotten pictures sent. I'm in the car and half of the container will be already empty. They've got a plastic knife and fork ready to go in the car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Rochelle, does anybody else in your family bake?
I do have a cousin in Barbados that does pretty much the same thing that I do. Her name is Aisha. Her business is flower petals, like flour, the actual flour that we use, petals.
Yeah.
That's her business as well in Barbados. She does the same thing.
Oh, she does the same thing like you, but down there.
Yeah.
Now people are gonna be calling her down there.
Yeah, she has a pretty good following down there. She's doing pretty good. Yeah.
Flower petals.
Yeah.
That's a nice name. That's nice. I like your name, Lush Cakes, and the family flower petals.
Yeah.
I'm telling they're gonna be watching. They must be saying, "Wow, there's my sister on CaribVision TV." So you make a lot of cakes also for people's birthdays and stuff, right?
For birthdays, baby showers, pretty much any celebration. The only one that I haven't really touched on a lot is wedding cakes, but I'm looking at it for the future. I may do a micro wedding cake here and there, like really small gatherings, nothing extravagant, but I'm looking to get into that in the future.
Okay. So when you get married, you're on for your anniversary, Hugh.
Well, I would need an anniversary cake then. One of those with the bottle baked into it.
Liquor bottle baked I don't know what type of liquor bottle, but I guess you charge extra for what type of liquor you put in there. So if you want a top shelf liquor, well then.
Well,
yes, it depends on what you choose. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
So what would you choose?
Well, I could go for almost anything. Tequila, rum.
You want white rum?
Tequila's a good choice.
Yes, it is. And
Jamaican. Someone Papa Lee would say he wants a Jamaican white rum.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's a party starter.
50 or 60%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't buy that stuff in Canada.
But anyway, they can't buy that stuff. Okay, and you make there's something. She doesn't do any cooking, so people could be asking here if she does cooking and stuff like that. No, she just strictly
just the baking.
Just bakes.
Just the baking. Yeah, I have had someone kind of volunteering me that I need to start making sauce, but I don't have the time for it in my schedule right now. I'll be looking at it. I was really busy when they were asking about it because I was in school full time and everything else. But now I recently graduated. So I may have a little bit more time on my hands, but I'm kind of more focused on the baking, not really the cooking.
Oh, okay. Well, in case anybody said the sauce and people won't know what that is, because some people just tell people what the sauce was.
Sauce is basically pickled pork. Like pickled pork, we in the Caribbean we typically use like the pig head, the pig's feet, the ears.
I don't like that ears.
Yeah, it's the leftover pieces basically, and it's pickled. It's made in a nice pickle with cucumber and lots of hot pepper and lime and stuff.
And then you have it with a piece of salt bread.
Serve it with you serve it with breadfruit, some steamed breadfruit and pudding.
Well, we have the pudding. I never had the breadfruit with that. My mother never did that with that.
Oh, I have to have it with both. You got to have a piece of breadfruit and a piece of pudding on the side and put it all together. Yeah.
Now, what kind of pudding? You got to have a flavor to your pudding.
It's made with sweet potato, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's sweet potatoes. It's a seasoned pudding, not like that.
You know, I like coconut pudding. That's what I want.
And it's not to be confused with the sweet potato pudding that you typically find in Jamaica. They're very different. Yeah. The one that you find in Jamaica is more of a sweet dessert, whereas the one we have with South is more savory. It's very spicy.
I don't know about. I'm not sure savory pudding should be legal, but that's how.
It's really good. It has lots of peppers and lots of seasonings in it. It's really good. You have to try it. You can't write it off. You have to try it first.
You're right. I do have to try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, listen, we got to get you in the studio next time because it's liquid lunch and my mouth's watering already.
I got to bring the lunch, right? Yeah.
Well,
she got to bring the baked goods, not the lunch.
Some snacks would be fine.
Yes, I'll definitely do that next time.
Okay,
yes.
Great.
All right. Well, it was great having you on this, and I'm pretty sure your family's gonna be quite proud to see you down there.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you next time.
Take care. Thank you.
And we'll be right back with Talk It Out next.
Yes, that's right. Here's some commercials for y'all.
You are watching CaribVision.
How I heard about the 100 Wave Challenge was in the water a couple of years ago with Joe surfing at Blacks, and he told me about this great event that they were putting on in this 100 waves and for a charity for Boys to Men, and I found it really interesting, and then found out that I had a lot of friends and other people that I knew that were actually part of this event. It's inspiring what happens with Boys to Men, with the charity.
You know, I think it's certainly a new political era for our nation. There's been a lot of speculation about the future of Governor Christie in Trenton. I think he's rather enjoying the speculation because, quite frankly, it's probably, as he said, he's going to continue his term and finish it out as we elected him to.
And when you see that kind of massive closure and you see the impact on a city that depended on the ratables and the economic activity.
You're here, making a name for yourself and living within your purpose, right?
Right.
Every day. So some of us are not as fortunate, right? Part one, we thought the Corin was fortunate to have her parents supporting her in her endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
How was your journey like?
I would say it was the complete opposite. Initially, my parents didn't support me at all. They're more of like a l'école laga l'église.
I know that's
family,
right. Yeah,
you know
I can
just
agree.
like they just wanted me to go to school and do the school route.
In today's video, I'm sharing with you all my version for dosa. I think this is going to be the only version I share with you guys. We're going to be washing 3 types of peas and rice. We have urdi dal, chana dal or regular dal, and we have white rice. I'm using jasmine rice. Next goes in some methi or fenugreek seeds, and this is an ingredient you cannot omit because this is what helps it to ferment.
It's about the time to talk it out. Let's talk. It's time to talk it out. It's time to talk it out. Let's talk it out. You know it's time to talk it out.
Hey. And welcome to another
edition of Talk It Out, where we get to the bottom of everything moving. Look, I am so excited about today's episode. First of all, I want to send love to my co-host, DJ Despair out of Winnipeg, Canada, and the lovely DBoss there at our headquarters in Toronto, the studio, and the one and only Hugh, the man with the master plan. But today is a special day for me. Why? Because I have a man on today's show that has proven from time to time to be resilient and to be just brilliant in what he's making happen out here in the U.S. with the independent artists and majors alike. It's funny, the man always working. He's on the road right now. And I'm just happy to have him on the show. Let us welcome Mr. Core DJ Robb. How you doing, brother?
Like that. How you doing? How y'all doing?
We're doing good, bro. We're doing good. We are doing good. Okay, okay.
You see the smile on my face, man. You got me. You got me hype over here, man. You got my resume looking bigger than what it is, but I appreciate
it. The core DJ.
What's going on, y'all?
Where are you going? You're in a car, you're driving, but where are you going?
Man, I'm always working, man. They call me Mr. They call me Mr. 24/7, man. So I'm working, man. I'm working. But I'm glad to be on the show today.
And I'm glad to have you, man. I'm glad to have you. So tell the people out there where you're from. What is it that you do? All of that good stuff.
So I go by the name of Core DJ King Robb. I reside in Elkhart, Indiana. Man, I wear multiple hats. This year, matter of fact, next week will be my 11th year. I'll be a Core DJ, year number 11. I broadcast on 10 radio stations across the country. I do an independent artist tour across the country called the Small Town Big Dreams Independent Artist Tour. And I'm also the Northern Region Vice Chair for the world's largest black non-for-profit, the Indiana Black Expo. And I just recently launched the #1 independent artist record pool in the country. It's called Independence Media. To name a few things, you know what I'm saying? Plus I DJ full time.
All right. So tell the people, man, how long you been doing this in the game and how long you been a part of Core DJs and how did that even link? How did that even happen?
So, man, I DJ'd my first official party back in 1988. I really don't want to tell my age, but I DJ'd my first party back in 1988 by accident. You know, me and my partner, I was always a promoter, and he was the DJ, but he had to run off, and I had to take over. So I've been DJing ever since. Man, about 12 years ago, I flew to Miami to a Core DJ retreat. And, man, once I left that retreat, man, I knew that I had to be a Core DJ. I knew, like, that was a family for me. And I knew it was something I really wanted to be a part of. I got Tony Neal on the phone, on Twitter, on Instagram, and I bugged the hell out of him until he put me in the Core. And I've been doing it ever since.
Okay, all right. So you have this huge tour at which I'm very familiar of out here in the United States. tell the viewers out there what inspired you to launch this tour, and what are some of the places you've hit and are planning to hit, some of the celebrities you've had, things of that nature.
So when I launched the Small Town Big Dreams Independent Artist Tour, I was once an artist myself, and one of the things that bothered me about the things that go on with artists is, they spend all this money trying to get on shows, open up for acts. They never get to meet the artists. Most of the people that come to the shows don't come to see them perform. So I wanted to create a platform for artists that would focus solely on them. So, and then another thing that I wanted to focus on is the reason the Small Town Big Dreams even came about is because being from a small town, I understand that artists never get to leave their city because they don't have a direction or they don't know what to do. So I kind of tell artists, I'm not here to try to make you famous, try to get you a record deal. I'm going to get you in front of people that can change your life. But if you never get a record deal or get famous, we'll be able to take that you probably would never be able to go on your own. So, a person who never been to Miami or been to Las Vegas or been to Atlanta will be able to go out and network in that city and enjoy it at the same time. So if you don't become famous or you never get a record deal, at least you have memories versus, being around doing local shows.
Okay. All right. Hey, Rob, are your windows cracked a little?
That's really what is.
Okay. Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob, your connection is a little faint there. You're driving through some bad area.
Wait till 5G comes in. It'll be a lot better.
Right.
Yeah, and then everybody will be good. You think that's going to be any better? Trust me.
Those towers, boy, I tell you. But, DJ Despair, as being a fellow DJ, and being in the game, as long as you have, I know that, you have a connection and found respect for where Rob is coming from and what he's out there doing.
Yeah, I do the 24/7 just like him. While we even sitting here, I'm still hitting artists and still hitting us up. It never stops. When you're in that position and you have an opportunity to put an artist in position, which a lot of DJs don't do. And I'm happy enough to be in the same position to work with Nerve DJs. I've worked with a lot of people from On The Ground DJs to Woo DJ Coalition to now coming with Come Clean, Mixed Mafia, and Nerve DJs, and having one crew. Even some core DJs are Nerve DJs too. So it's we're a whole big identity of a squad that just breaks records. And we all are different age genres than most of the guys that are in the game right now, because a lot of us played in the 80s, 90s, and know what it's like to break a record without it going digital. Know what it's like to just open up the vinyl and go, is this going to hit today? It's it's not the same now, where we get this coalition, where we get to do interviews and conference calls and break a record, and then every DJ gets serviced right away. Not many artists get an opportunity to even get that.
Right. Well, let me ask you, while we're working at getting Rob back connected, how is it, what's the importance, would you say, is it of the DJ nowadays in this industry to, in relation to the artists and things of that nature?
If you don't have a DJ, you're going to be shelved. Plain and simple. not too many people are going to listen to you unless you have a proper media game and you're just getting your stuff out there just by gimmicks and stuff. Yeah, that's one thing. But once you put a record into the hands of a DJ, you never know where that's going to go.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, we got your back, buddy. You all right out there? You all right out there, Rob? We got your back.
Oh. Will, where's your sponsor?
Yeah. Hey, at this time, I would like to announce our sponsor. As we say, hydrate or don't forget about it. Mobbed up water.
Give me some of that water.
It's good water. Hey, you know about mobbed up water, Rob.
Yeah, let me get some of that water. My bad, y'all. The signal kind of bad.
Yeah, we understand. You're traveling to heaven, so just make sure you grab a halo for us on your way back.
So Rob, right? Yeah, Rob, I got a question for you.
Okay.
What was your best time DJing and what was your worst time DJing?
Man, the best time with DJing, I'll never forget it. In
Keep it clean, please. Like we're on TV.
No, it's clean. I was DJing a party, a New Year's Eve party, and in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Bone Thugs and Harmony was actually supposed to be the headliner, and they missed their flight because of snow, and the people were going crazy because they was gonna tear the club up. And man, I put a Too Short song on and put some tracks on, man, and
Too Short, they do it every time.
Hey, it was a good party after that. They just was like, forget it,
Yeah.
Music can change the whole atmosphere.
Yeah. We just talked about that yesterday or the other day, right, Hugh?
Absolutely.
So I think one of my worst times DJing, you probably can relate to this. Music has changed so much, and I started in '88 with records and turntables and stuff. This younger generation, I DJ'd a younger generation party, and the music is kind of different, and I was kind of out the loop. I was out the loop for real. Hey, the kids came to me like, "Hey, you got YouTube?" The kids were like, "Hey, just turn on YouTube," because I'm playing top 40, and this new music, it ain't on radio. We ain't getting the service packs. They was like, "Hey, bro, you got paid, just turn your YouTube on."
And then what did you think of the music that they were asking for? Like, what was your impression?
Man, music is different, it's different for me. I vowed I would never do a teenage party again, because I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Hey, yo, I had the same feeling. I did a wedding, and then a bunch of tablets came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Can you plug this in? Can you plug this in? The game changed, and then I realized the same thing you said. I'm gonna stay doing my mixtapes, promoting shows, and I'm not gonna go and do this anymore because it's a headache. You walk in, someone's got their phone in your face, like, yeah. You got the song. I'm just like, before I used to love it when people tried to hum the song to you.
Yeah.
Now they're just slapping the tablet and phones in your face. Like, how you have a tablet in the bar? That just don't make no sense to me these days.
Yeah, man, it's a different breed out here.
So Rob,
you want to go, Will?
Nah, go ahead, DBoss.
All right. You do. So what kind of music? I don't know. I'm hearing this shh, but anyway, it's telling me to shh or what? You got to do these interviews and not drive. But when you do parties, are you doing R&B? Is it old school R&B parties, or what kind of thing is it? Because you know,
I'm with the R&B, like any R&B. That's me.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit you across the head with any R&B. I don't care, 70s to 2020.
Okay, so do you play reggae or calypso or anything, or you just do straight old school American style? That's it.
Yeah, I play reggae, but R&B is my specialty. That's my specialty.
Okay.
Yeah. I love hip hop though, but
okay.
Most of the radio stations that I'm on are old school.
Okay, King Rob, I got a question. You ever play that song? You know that song, Mr. Big Stuff? You ever play that one?
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? Yeah. Hey, but my favorite version is the Heavy D version.
Oh yeah? Okay, I'm gonna have to look
remix.
that up.
You see now, that's where things
He's
are funny.
writing down things.
You see now, he's like, I gotta go look for that. Heavy D's not even around anymore, so you gotta understand something. That's a classic. That's another thing that y'all don't get. That's the classic. You know,
I still like the G Knight version. It's on my top songs of all time lists. Just saying.
So, Core DJ Rob, your name Core, is it because you're the? What does that mean? Core. Why you called yourself that? Core DJ Rob.
Because I'm part of the Core DJs. We are the world's largest DJ organization.
Okay. That's big.
Yeah, we are the Core DJs is the world's largest DJ organization. It's the world's largest, biggest family. Like go Google that, and then we are highly respected across the world.
Oh, okay. We didn't know. We just called yourself Core. You know, we're up in Toronto. We're in Canada, so
We're always a few years behind. Whatever you guys are doing.
oh, what do you mean? You guys have a Core DJ in Toronto. So that's why I'm laughing at you all.
No, sorry. Manitoba is an exception.
No, I said there's a Core DJ in Toronto.
We actually have Core DJ Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a Core DJ Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to catch up.
One of the Core DJs DJs the Coast to Coast events with me in Toronto.
Okay.
When I was doing the judging, he's one of the main DJs for the Coast to Coast events out there. Plus he's on Vibe Radio. Plus he's on Vibe Radio in Toronto, which you don't know.
Yeah, I also DJ the Coast to Coast events too.
Yeah.
So Core is a brand, a very big brand.
Yeah.
So that's so he just didn't call you Core to be Core. That's what I was trying to get at. Okay.
Yeah. It represents the DJ coalition.
So Rob, why don't you tell the viewers some of the celebrities that you've worked with in the past and who you're currently working with now?
I think you went under a bridge.
Yeah.
So,
He's in space.
He's in space.
Oh, he's going to heaven.
Somebody's going to heaven.
He's getting a halo.
These guys doing the interview.
But this is brought to you by But everyone, all the viewers watching and future people that would like to interview, remember that if you come on the show, to please be at a stable location because of the internet.
Yeah.
Because we can't predict the internet.
Yeah.
So, but with that being said, Rob, you there? Can you hear me, buddy? Can you hear me, Rob?
Oh, he dropped off. Okay.
Like I said, you cannot predict the internet. So if you come on, talk it out, or Real Life Matters, Caribbean Liquid Lunch, please be at a stable location with strong internet. We do urge that, okay? But like I said, it's just been a great pleasure to have Robb on the show today.
Yes.
You know, he's worked with a lot of different great celebrities across the country, and you know, it was just good hearing, you know, a person that's really into the business, you know, really come out and talk about, just come and talk it out. So, you know, speaking of talking out, I need to do something about the hairs on my chin here.
Why? Why is that going to happen? Like, just
because if someone talking out, I don't want people to talk about my hairs on my chin. I got a big gray little area.
But that's the whole thing. Is nobody was talking about it. You just started talking about it.
They got to talk it out, right? They got to talk it out.
You need to walk it out. Don't talk it out.
Says the man with the Gorilla Monsoon beard himself.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. There's a reason for this. There's a reason for this. I'm literally growing this as long as till the beard. I'm not joking out. This is growing. This is my thing.
But you know,
you don't have that problem.
Hey, some people can grow hair in their head, some people can't.
Who keeps the baby face going?
I shaved today, I'll have you know.
Hey, I'm a lab rat. I'm always in the studio, man. I'm
not even going in that. There's some women that have beards that don't need to have them.
Yeah.
That's COVID. That's called COVID.
COVID?
It's called quarantine.
Oh my God! You know
it's
what?
Like, do I go get my? Well, it's like, hey, do I go get a wax or do I eat? You got to think about that now. Do I go get a wax, get your feet done, or do you got to eat? You got to choose one, man. So if you're taking a risk running out there, and if you're wearing a mask all day, you really got to do much with your face. So I'm just
yeah, the beard thing is expensive too because now they got that beard shampoo and dye and all that.
I don't know.
Really?
Natural.
Really? We went to beard shampoo.
See, you started this.
Jill, maybe you should get them as a sponsor.
This craziness is brought to you by Mob the Water.
Hey, funniest thing is, I do have a shampoo sponsor.
Maybe you got to get the detangler so you can hold down your beard and comb it out.
Yeah, call it comb it out, not talk it out.
It's called grind it out if you want to really start.
Oh my God, really? Okay, to all the viewers, as you can see, we have a crazy cast. And we love to have fun. So
I think the most people that's crazy is in Chicago.
It's the water. What can I say? It's the water and wind. The wind. It's not with a windy city.
No, ever since like the Jordan them stopped playing, everything just went different.
Yeah.
Everything just went different.
Nobody asked you.
Jordan.
Nobody asked you. But
it hasn't been the same.
But you know, I'm real excited because next week we have a surprise celebrity coming on as well.
Yeah.
A legend. You know what? I'm not going to say surprise. I'm just going to tell you who the celebrity is, but I'm not going to tell you what day.
That's right.
Oh, that's good.
So you have to tune in every day.
Nice.
To catch who it is. I am going to have the man that mentored the biggest hip hop guy today, Jay-Z. I'm going to have Jazzo the Originator himself on to bless our show. So with that in mind, he's going to tell us the whole story about how, with him and Jay-Z, with, the whole 9 yards, how, he helped Irv Gotti, who's actually another big, you guys know who Irv Gotti is from, you know who Irv Gotti is, right?
No.
Murder Inc.
Thank you. From Murder Inc. Ashanti, Ja Rule, all those guys, But yeah.
Jazzo's DJ.
Exactly. Irv Gotti was actually Jazzo's DJ. So that tells you how far Jazzo goes back in his influence. Well, we're blessed to have him on the show next week, but I'm not going to tell you when. So with that in mind, keep that in mind. Make sure you come and you tune in every day next week because we are here to talk it out.
It's about the time to talk it out. Let's talk. It's time to talk it out. It's time to talk it out. Let's talk it out. You know it's time to talk it out.
You are watching CaribVision.
Now to September. At the beginning of the month, 2,690 cases. Just after the September 3rd general elections, the ministry reported that the country had entered the community spread phase of the virus. And the numbers continued to climb. By September 4, the numbers reached over 3,000. 2 days later, 3,176.
She said, we've been really suffering in business and for the last 4 months, and we weren't really sure whether we were going to make it or not. And said, all of a sudden, Justice Ginsburg died, and all our flowers from all the past week have just bought out. So not only did we make up for the loss for the last 4 months, we're okay until 2021. And I said, oh my God. And here I am trying to have a fit.
Make me a winner. Make me a winner. Una time me na one atmosphere. Blessings over me. I declare, I released in the atmosphere. Every pain, every care, every burden you bear.
We are on Facebook. Join growing CaribVision community today. Go to www.facebook.com/CaribVision. Be a part of our online family, whether you are located in Canada, the USA, or even farther away. CaribVision is about what it means to be from the Caribbean, our culture, our lifestyles, our voices. Log on or switch us on. CaribVision.
Welcome to another episode of Real Life Matters. I'm telling you, we're having it today. We have a very great expert that's coming on here today on Real Life Matters, and it's going to interest a lot of you guys who are actually musicians and artists, and you all play in a band and all that other stuff. But I am going to introduce to you right now Calvin Hodge Lake of BMI Music. Let's Love Groove Productions. Welcome, Calvin.
Well, good evening, good afternoon. Where we are. Good afternoon. Well,
okay.
Well, she did say I'm Calvin Hodge Lake, but she didn't get the company names right.
Okay.
Love Groove Music Publishing, and the BMI is just simply a performing rights society, the same
So here's
Like
the thing.
you have
We're not gonna really
SOCAN,
get a chance
but BMI just basically means Broadcast Music Incorporated, a collection society like SOCAN in Canada, which they may not be as big as BMI, but that's it. So, so it's just gonna be Q&A. Let the audience go ahead.
Well, first of all, you know, Calvin, the Love Group Publishing. How are you doing out there with the COVID, and how are you doing business out there? You know, I know you're from Los Angeles via Jamaica, and you're from St. Kitts. Am I correct?
Right. Well, I was born in St. Kitts Nevis, grew up in Antigua, and been living in the U.S. since 1979, but traveling in and out, you know, for the last 40 years. But I think I'm a psychic. I see a lot of premonitions. In fact, I left Los Angeles September 2019. I told a friend of mine, I told many friends, 2020 is going to be my last year in California.
Wow.
I told them that. You know, Hollywood is a great place, but I had a premonition that something was going to happen, and it was going to be bigger than anything in the past. And so when I left September 15, 2019, and, you know, traveled back to Jamaica, which I've been coming to Jamaica since the 70s, you know, but I relocated in 2015 to move into a, you know, additional market, you know, because when you look in the U.S., a lot of the market there is very oversaturated. So, but besides with the COVID thing, it doesn't really impact me because I've never been a person that really do a lot of congregating, and, you know, and I barely go out maybe once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or twice a month. So, you know, and not only that, I'm quarantined by crime.
Okay.
So I never really went anywhere. So I pretty much were in a quarantine state by choice, not by any uncertain event or anything like that. But I mean, you know, it's cool. And here in this geographical region, you don't really have a huge impact or, you know, massive impact, except for people who are coming in as tourists or the diasporas who may bring it in. But overall, I didn't think most people in the Western world took it that serious. I figured they may have thought, okay, well, you know, this is just maybe like another Ebola, so, you know, it's gonna go away. But I don't think most people took it serious, or it will lead to this extent. But overall, it doesn't, you know, it didn't really affect me, even though I was heading back on March 31st of this year. Unfortunately, yeah, everything had closed down, but I was just actually going back to complete 4 errands, a music project and, you know, some other, you know, affairs. And so everything got shut down here on March 21st.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's the best thing that ever happened for me.
Well, Calvin, you know, it's you know, that's great. But you know what I'm really want to talk to you today about on Real Life Matters is for you to give people a lot of knowledge and a lot of artists and, you know, musicians and everybody who falls on that cat. You have some copyright services first, then monetize your songs. Now, can you explain to people what that means and what, you know, what they're supposed to do? Because I know you worked for a lot of big entertainment people.
Okay, before I get into it directly and specifically, let me go back in time. You know, when I was growing up in the Caribbean, I had begun to write songs, and my idols were Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff. out of Philadelphia International. I'm sure a lot of musicians have heard songs like Money Money by the OJs, Billy Paul, and a lot of great Teddy Pendergrass, a lot of great artists, Billy Paul, and, make a long story short. When I traveled back to Bermuda into New York and then end up in California, Hollywood, California in 1979, I continued to write songs. So as time went by, I actually associate myself reading books. In fact, one of the books that I read was called This Business of Music. And I connected myself with people in the industry that worked for Capitol Records, worked for RCA before BMG bought them out. Back at that time, as we were going into the early 80s, you had a lot of record companies and music publishers there. That was in the analog age, before anything was digital. So I began to learn what copyright was about. So say in 1980, I learned copyright, but I had a Caucasian friend of mine, a guy named Bud Mathis, who worked for RCA Records. And even though he was doing security, I was shocked, and surprised that he was actually a music publisher. He had his own publishing, but he was in a security uniform, dispatching visitors upstairs, to whatever deals they're going to make. But not knowing he had a company called Little Giant. So we became good friends. He used to shop demos for me. And I learned from him about a process called collective copyright. And what collective copyright is just basically, rather than you spend, at that time it was $10 per song copyright. And I use US copyright because of the ironclad, and copyrights in the US are very valuable. Now, collective copyrights is just basically where rather you, as an artist, a composer, musician, you're not going to be putting out one song all your life. So it makes more economic sense to get a collection of songs and put them under your favorite title as an umbrella. In other words, if you were going to be looking for the copyrights of the other songs, you'd have to go under the title. I'll give you an example. Let's say the title song is DBoss. Okay? That's the title you're going to copyright. So what you would do, you would take other titles and put it under DBoss. But you have to fill out the form a certain way, and you must be the same writer of those songs in order to qualify for collective copyrights. Now, there are a lot of different sections in U.S. copyright application. You're the first, this is your first submission, or you're submitting a work that was previously published, or you're copywriting. Now, don't get me wrong now, when you say copyright, when you write the song, you automatically own the copyright. You own it because it's in your possession. But now when it goes into administrative process, then you need to have some proof, because if I hear your song, and we're not getting to the YouTube and all of that yet. If I hear your song, and, maybe I might be a guy that likes to do plagiarism, or I just want to lift somebody's tune, blah, blah, blah. Now, let's talk about social media. Let's say social media was back then. Okay, you upload all your stuff on YouTube and whoever, wherever. Next week, you hear someone doing a song. Whoa, wow, it's making money. And you say, oh, yeah, that's my song. Okay, you sue them for copyright infringement, but now you go into a copyright court and you cannot prove that you wrote the song, so you're out. And let's say that your song have never got lift, never got ripped off. But everybody, you found out 10 years later that everybody using your song. After a certain amount of years, now your song end up in the public domain. You know, I'll give you an example. You have a piece of land, and the public been walking across that land for many years. It's called an easement. Now, the public have taken over because they're actually walking that land for continuously for 5 years.
Okay.
So it's sort of like an easement. So it's kind of similar difference with public domain. The song that, like most of your Christmas songs are public domain songs. You can use them. You don't have to call anybody to, you know, for any permission or licensing or whatever. I can give you an example of a song that had accumulated about $75,000 in royalties to BMI. I think it was some song, Blazing in the Grass or something. But anyway, this particular song, they found out that after they got to the bottom of this song, right? They told the person, oh, you know what? You can just keep the $75,000 because this song doesn't have a copyright owner. It's public domain. Anybody can use it, put it out, and make money.
So
but anyway,
what you do is help people and help artists, you know, stop this from happening to them, correct?
Well, it's advisable, but you have to realize that, you know, you got a young artist coming up. And, you know, what's so ironic is that they spend all this money to go into a studio, but they can't spend $85 or whatever the cost is, you know. But this is more traditional. This is not online. For most people, online copyright in the U.S. is very complex, very technical, and most people don't understand it. So let's stick to the traditional by mail.
Right. So a lot of artists don't take what you're saying is that a lot of artists don't take this serious. They go into the studio making all these songs, but they don't take time to go register and copyright, get their songs copyrighted, correct?
One or two things. They either don't have enough confidence in the work. They know that they should copyright the songs, and they don't have enough confidence, and they're saying to themselves, oh boy, you know, if I go and spend all this money for the register my song, maybe my song may never get anywhere, you know, so I'm just gonna just leave it like that. Either that, or they're just not knowledgeable, they're not educated about it, or they don't know the process. There could be around individuals who know a lot about it, who are very knowledgeable, but that person may have an ulterior motive to rip them off.
Yes.
By maybe claiming, they say, okay, well, he doesn't know anything about copyright, so when he finishes his song, I'm just going to put the stuff in my name. They could be
That's a lot of the producers, correct?
Yeah.
Like the producers will do that. They will let the artists know, and then they'll go and say, "Oh, they're not going to tell you." Then they'll go register the song as belonging to them.
Right. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be their mother. Could be their father. It doesn't matter. This is the music business. As long as whoever is put it, that's what I'm not saying that's going to be the case.
I know.
It could be the line. It could be the blind leading the blind. Or it could be a person who related to you or who are not related to you. They're close to you. They're excited. They have high anxiety. They know you got these songs. They're managing you. So they're going to get your material, and then they just go behind your back, fill out the paperwork, put it in the name. They could probably already have their publishing company done set up. So you're their first.
Wow.
You're their first person. And it doesn't matter what is producer, whether it's another songwriter, whether it's a unscrupulous publisher, a record company, your friend, your sister, I mean,
It just could be anybody. So you're
It
making
can be
everybody aware
anybody.
of, like, it's just like when you have an idea or something for a company and something like that, go protect yourself. But, you know, you're telling
what I do, what I do,
you gotta get smart now with your stuff.
Right, you have to be strategic. What I do advise, though, you know, copyright, well as patent, can be expensive. So what I normally tell writers, you know, get your strongest song together.
Right.
You don't need till you come out the studio with a master. You don't need to wait till you get with your producer. You could be at home. You could hit the garage door and you could start humming a melody. Or if you play the piano or guitar, you could just do a little hum, record it. You got the melody and words. All copyright registration is the melody and words.
And get out there and go register.
Yeah, you don't have, right. And then what you do, if, let's say for some reason you can't play an instrument. You can't play an instrument, you don't know music, you can get a lead sheet written. There are people who write lead sheets. You can record your voice with your melody and words on a tape, and you can let someone write off the lead sheet. And then you get a form and you register it. So the words and melody, way before you meet an arranger or producer.
So wait, before you meet a band or someone playing bass.
Yeah.
So you just get that. So that means that you don't have to have everything fully. So you're letting artists know that you don't have to have everything fully put together to go and register these songs.
No, not at all. Before you get with any arranger producer, you can just have a simple piano arrangement and or your guitar, and you just register your song. What you're registering is the word and melody.
Wow.
Not the arrangement. You don't register arrangement, production, nothing to do with that. No. You can still go.
You know, but Calvin.
Hold on. Go ahead. You can still go to the final edition and do that. But you can't trust people, because what happens, you have this great melody and song, and then when people start hearing it, they start getting hyped up and they're putting a little money in it, and then they start saying, oh, well, you know, I want 50% of it. Now, once you do that, now, let's say that you don't go through that stage. Before you get into production of your song or any copyright registration, you would say to that person, look, we need to put a split sheet together. I know you're gonna help me produce this, and maybe you might add some lyrics, add a bridge, a verse there, or whatever. So what you do, you get the split sheet, and you sit down together and you say, you know, I think you deserve 20% of this song. Okay? But when it comes down to the publishing side, you know, most people in the music industry are not going to really be transparent when it comes to the publishing side.
Well, you know, Calvin, I'm telling you, there's a lot of information, and I know you gave a lot of information today, and there's a lot more information that we have to dissect. But you know, you're gonna have to come back and dissect it some more.
Yeah, I know, because you only have so much time and so many people. But let me give you one little let me give you a tip. Bring us out. If anyone doesn't understand the process or whatever, you know, they can contact me, and you know, I can guide them through it. But don't lose your future royalties. Don't let $85 beat you out of 85 million.
Right.
I can give you a lot of name drops, you know, all there, but she doesn't have enough time. You could talk about famous artists. Let me give you this one last one. Have you guys ever heard of Ray Parker Jr.? Any musician? Okay. I'm sure a lot of these guys out there have heard a song called You Make Me Feel Like Dancing. I want to dance my life away. You know who wrote that? That was Ray Parker Jr. His first song. A producer told him, "Oh, I take care of it." This was before he did Ghostbusters and became rich. So the song was given to Leo Sayer of England, who knew nothing about it. So Ray Parker gave the producer the song "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing." Up to today, Ray Parker Jr. never collected 1 penny of royalties. He couldn't prove that he did the song. And this just happened recently in Jamaica. Tooks on the Maytals, who made a song in 1966 called Wata Bam Bam. Just a week before he died, he told his manager to do a forensic investigation on Wata Bam Bam in 1996. Up to today, he had never received 1 penny, even though he had it copyrighted.
Wow.
So that's where the publishing issues come in. I don't know what kind of contract he had, but I can pretty much figure it out. So when songwriters get through the split sheet, everybody get what is for them, and you fill out the copyright form. Each person who contribute, you put their name on the form, and then you send it off, registered mail, certified, return receipt. And then when you go get a deal, if you do get a deal with the song, you already have a split sheet, say the boss get 20, Joe get 20, but whoever put in the most work should have
the most percentage.
Most of the writer's rights and most of the publishing rights, unless you made a deal with a publisher. But if you get a deal with a record company, you should not really give up all of your publishing unless that part is complicated when it comes to
Okay, well, we could come back with that. So where can people find you on social media, Calvin?
Well, I am on Facebook. I'm pretty much on everything out there, man.
IG, Instagram, everywhere.
Yeah, I am on Instagram. I really don't do the Instagram. They will catch me mostly on Facebook. I'm signed up to Twitter, all of the sites, but I do more Facebook. You catch me on the Facebook on the Vandal Lake. So you can write that down.
For you. You'll see him on the piano and all that. But anyways, Calvin Lake Lodge, I do want to thank you today, for giving us all that knowledge.
Okay,
I'm telling you, people can go, they can go to work on that. I bet you some people right now are watching it and going to work right now on it to check and see what's going on and who's in their music. But I do want to thank you. You got to come back. You got to come back again.
When I come back, I want to talk about monetization.
Yes.
And the whole publishing, the publishing thing.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and that's when you're going to come back. But I do want to thank you, Calvin Lake Lodge. For
Lake,
Love, you got so many different names. Love Groove Publishing.
Well, Love Groove Music Publishing. That is the company name that I administrate.
Okay.
Calvin Hodge Lake. Well, Hodge is just my middle entertainment name, but my birth name is Lake, right? So Calvin Hodge Lake, because there are too many Calvin Lakes out there, and I don't need anybody. In fact, you will not sure holding you up. A cousin of mine sent me a Facebook message.
I know. We can all.
Check this out. One more.
All right.
Just one last thing.
One last thing.
A first cousin of mine in New York sent me a message on Facebook and said there's a rumor in Anguilla that I passed away. I said, no, honey, you're mixing me up for another Calvin Lake in Anguilla.
Well, obviously they passed away because you're here today. So
right. That's why I use Calvin Hodge Lake. Right.
I do want to thank you, and I want to thank the guests today for tuning in to Real Life Matters. Follow me on Instagram, DBoss_1. Like the Facebook page, Real Life Matters. Go, of course, like Calvin. But anyways, bye for now.
You
At the beginning of the month, 2,690 cases. Just after the September 3rd general elections, the ministry reported that the country had entered the community spread phase of the virus. And the numbers continued to climb. By September 4, the numbers reached over 3,000. 2 days later, 3,176.
She said we've been really suffering in business, and for the last 4 months, and we weren't really sure whether we were going to make it or not. And so, all of a sudden, Justice Ginsburg died. And all our flowers from all the past week have just brought out. So not only did we make up for the loss for the last 4 months, we're okay until 2021. And I said, oh my God. And here I am trying to have a fit.
Blessings over me. I declare, I release the atmosphere.
We are on Facebook. Join the growing CaribVision community today. Go to www.facebook.com/CaribVision. Be a part of our online family, whether you are located in Canada, the USA, or even farther away. CaribVision is about what it means to be from the Caribbean, our culture, our lifestyles, our voices. Log on or switch us on. CaribVision.
And we're back on the show.
Welcome back, everybody, to Caribbean Liquid Lunch.
The weekend is almost here. And we're going to celebrate with Papa Levy, who's here in the studio with us. And there's Papa Levy right there. Hi, Papa Levy.
Hi, thank you for having me, man. Ladies and gentle people, I'm back again. The sweet, sweet, sweet Papa Levy. Inside of Toronto,
Papa Levy's been doing a lot of stuff. So can you tell us how much stuff you've been doing? A lot of things.
Man, I'm doing so much. Sometimes I get confused. You just imagine a while ago, I'm trying to find some of my videos, and it's a lot of things coming up. I'm still working. Even although COVID, I put on my mask.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the studio, wipe off the mic, the cover from the mic, the doorknob, and I go voice.
It's so different how we have to you have to do stuff now because of the,
it's a big change.
And it's hard on the artists too, because a lot of them had things booked this year and now they can't do anything, right?
It's a big change, man. I'm telling you straight up, in the music industry right now,
Yeah, it's really it's almost like the authorities, whoever they are, they just want to eliminate fun altogether, right?
Well, you're talking what? It's all about the cash,
Well, I mean, where's the cash? I mean,
we can't even get it.
Play a gig. The musicians are. That's why we're building a streaming studio here. Right. And I'm curious, Papa Levy, because we got a couple of your videos lined up. We're going to play before we end the show today.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I know we did a little taping earlier with just you to a track. But who do you play with when you're putting the records together, put in the studio? Do you play with the whole band or?
No, sometimes we just play. The artist come in and the band member come in, put on the guitar, put on the drum. But first of all, we line it out with the drum and bass first, and the lead guitar, right?
Yeah. So who's playing drum and bass for you?
Oh, Sunray is one of my drummer, regular drummer. A drummer named Sunray. He's we work around with Slam Studios and stuff like that.
So he's in Toronto?
Yes. Okay. And I work with Mr. Ferguson too, Mr. Ferguson Hamilton.
Right.
Sam Willis. The Slam Studio, mostly most of my song record in Slam Studio, most of them, yeah.
Where is that studio?
It's all the way down on the lake shore. 20 Town Road. It's Kipling and Town Road.
Oh, down there.
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
everybody else is down there. It's Queensway.
South of
Yes.
Etobicoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that
So-
neighborhood.
Yeah, very
down
nice. Very nice neighborhood and quiet at night.
Is it? Like, do you go down to the lake shore?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Sometime when I'm leaving, I go on the lake shore, go buy some pizza and stuff like that. When you finish working and
They had some great bars there,
Mhm.
restaurants,
Yes.
rather.
Especially after hour. You see, like the after when you finish studio sometime, I will buy it before we go, buy the food before we eat and relax, buy some beer and that's it. The session start. Sometimes we leave the studio maybe sometime 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Depends on how the work.
Yeah. I like that neighborhood. It's because it's close to the lake.
Yeah.
Somehow it just feels, you could feel the water, and it just got a low-key vibe.
Yes,
And it's
trust me.
not all pretentious. It's kind of down to earth.
Yeah, you don't really hear that whole heap of noise. The only thing sometimes that big green train.
Oh yeah.
I'm in the studio voicing and the train pass by and the studio is jerking like this. But you don't come in the music, right? So that's the great thing.
Well, Papa Lee's you've been doing music, and you only do reggae or you do fusion? I guess, everybody's coming into a different thing, right?
I just do a song the other day with some Canadian artists, R&B artists. Together We Are Strong. It's there on the it's a brand new thing for the time we're going through right now. The COVID and the all these demonstration and stuff. It's on the internet. I just do it like 2 months ago now.
What, did you write the song?
No, it's the multiple
artists are
yeah, with Liberty Silver and all those, some girls and some other artists,
Oh,
some
so
lady artists. It's on the internet and YouTube. Together we strong.
Together
Together we're strong.
All right.
Yeah, so you can check it out. You can maybe see my face come in sometime and come out.
And who else was involved with that particular record?
As
or
I say,
music?
there's a guy named Vince Mackenzie.
Okay.
He's one of the man who put it up front. There's so much people involved in it. Like, it's just like I get a call. Can you come and do something on this? And then I just do hard libs, mostly like hard libs. Whoa, yeah,
I see.
And I do a little stuff and then a one liner or something like that. But it's okay. But it's a very interesting song. So if you guys want to go on the internet and check it out,
I don't know if we have the rights to do that. We have to get the rights.
Yes, you have to get the rights. You just pay for the publishing and whatever, and copyrights, and then you're ready to play it.
Well, we just like them to give us the rights.
Yes. I could ask them if they want.
Well, we'll have to get them. But it sounds interesting because it sounds kind of like remember, like Tears Are Not Enough, or those songs that the Americans did one, and then the British did one, and the Canadians did one.
It's the same thing. Like there's a song with Michael Jackson and something like that. Lionel Richie and all them guys.
Yeah, they got all the big American artists.
Yes, together.
And then all the British did one, all the big British artists, and then the Canadians did one. Bryan Adams was in that one.
Yeah,
But,
that's the same kind of thing. So if you check it out, you will see it come up. If you want to play it and like this, the look at it,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
right
we
now-
know Papa Levy, and you're coming. Are you coming? Is your family in music also? But what part? Where are you coming from? That's what we're.
I'm from Kingston, Jamaica.
Whee!
Straight in the heart of the hood. You know what I'm saying?
In the heart of Jamaica.
Yes, the heart of the hood.
Wow.
Kingston, Jamaica, McIntyre Villa. I'm from the West End too. I grew up a little bit in the West End, and the rest of me is in the East End, Franklin Town here. Okay.
You ever been to Spanish Town?
Yeah, all the time.
'Cause that's
Spanish Town is I used to be in the racehorse business, so I used to be a jockey one time.
Oh, really?
Long years ago, and then I end up so I always go Spanish Town.
I see.
Yes.
So see, you're hearing something about Papa Levy that nobody didn't know. So those are one of
never
those
really
things.
get too far in it because a lot of stuff and the vibes, and so I just head back to the music.
Where do they race at the prison oval? Is that where they?
No, that's the prison in Spanish Town. My cousin sing a song about it. Some call it Spanish Town, Prison Oval Rock.
Oh, okay.
Barrington Levy, right? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Papa Levy's getting a phone call. It's
It
live
must be
TV.
important.
I'm doing an interview. Call him up. Sorry.
I'm telling you, you never know what you can expect over here. Maybe they call from Jamaica because he said he was from.
I'm so sorry.
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I kind of like that.
It's about music too.
Is it?
Yes, it's about music.
Who was it?
She's calling Donna Makita. She's calling me about the magazine, the reggae magazine.
Oh yeah.
Reggae exclusive magazine. You guys can check it out too.
What is
Yeah, we're in it.
Yeah, you guys in it too?
Yeah, the reggae exclusive with Donna Makita.
What is it, a Canadian magazine?
Yeah, but they're talking about the reggae artists.
Okay.
That's the one we send that press release for.
Is she related to Stan Makita?
Donna, it's a nice lady, Donna Makita. Nice.
So that's her name.
She's
her
a
artist.
she's a reggae artist too. She's a DJ and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Sing J, whatever.
Mhm.
You know, we're versatile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to line up one of Papa Levy's songs here.
Okay.
I haven't lined it up yet, but I'm going to line it up.
We can just
and
take a commercial.
We'll go do that. No, well, let's do let's go right to the song.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
then you can talk about it.
You just got to give me a minute here. That's all I'm saying. So, Papa Levy, how long you been in Canada for?
I've been here nearly 31 years now, or 30 years. I've been here from 1990.
And how come you came to Canada? Just curious.
Well, I come on a music, like a little music tour, you know, and then
a music tour,
like a little music tour in Toronto.
Oh, you just came
Yes.
to play a few venues in Toronto,
Yes,
and then what happened? What was your impression?
Well, you know,
got
when
off
I
the
come,
plane?
when I come and see, I have to go back in my beautiful country, but things is not right. I stay over, so I'm now a citizen of Canada.
Oh, what do you mean things weren't right? What do
I'm
you
talking like, you know, financially.
Oh.
So this is a place where I could get work to do and stuff like that. In Jamaica, it's kind of hard to get jobs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know, the music is there, but you have to have some backative and some money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice if the economy was good.
Trust me.
Right? Because
we'll be kicking asses. You know what I'm saying?
because you got good weather.
Yes, the weather is there and everything is there. It's just we need that financial backative, you know. Yeah.
Crazy when will it change?
The world is changing. What will happen for the future? Yeah. The world is changing. What will happen for the future? Here is the danger. Here is the danger. What will happen for the future? Oh, Jah. People running up and down all over town. It's driving me crazy, out of my mind. This ain't no joke, it's not what I'm smoking. This ain't no joke, it's not what I'm drinking. Can't you see the world gone crazy, crazy? Oh, 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 the world gone crazy, the world gone crazy. When will it change? When will it change? The world is changing. What will happen for the future? Yeah. The world is changing. What will happen for the future? Here is the danger. Here is the danger.
What will happen for the future? Oh, Jah. People, let's work together to fight this Armageddon. Oh, Almighty Jah, we need some strength and power. Brothers and sisters, we need some love and prayer. Each and every day, each and every day, every minute, every hour. You're gone crazy, crazy, crazy. World is changing. What will happen for the future? Yeah. The world is changing. What will happen for the future? Here is the danger. Here is the danger. What will happen for the future? When will it change? Oh, Jah, Jah.
The one you video before? Oh, that one?
All right.
Wow.
That was a good tune.
Yeah, it's a good song. But I didn't want you to use the next one with the stores. So,
No, the one that you, well, yeah.
What?
because she do one with me when I've interviewed before.
Yeah.
But I was asking her if it's that one she gonna use. I don't know if it's this.
No, the one it's the changes. It's the changes. It's changes. This is the one that I sent you in the.
That was
email.
changes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's changed. That's finished now. But stimulus package, which one
Yeah,
you send him now?
stimulus.
Which one you send him
No,
now?
we're gonna do the.
I have two. I have
commercial
two
video.
video up there with stimulus.
Okay.
I have one where I'm performing for her in an interview.
Yeah, not that one.
Okay, well, play that one.
Yeah, we'll do it in a couple of minutes.
Thank you very much.
But we
God
want to
bless.
talk to you some more.
About
Okay.
this changes video. It was good.
Yeah, did you do that
Okay.
before the COVID?
Just in between, like at the COVID start, I was thinking what to sing for about this crisis, what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I ended up. I ended up singing this song. A friend called me. He gave me this track and he said, listen it and see if you could write something for it. So I ended up listening to the track, and then I start writing, and I say, I don't want to write nothing too, So I say, the world is changing. What will happen for the future? Yeah, the world is.
Well, I guess you had. I
And
guess
then-
you were preparing. I guess you were preparing for what you didn't even know that you really were preparing for that before the COVID.
It's like
hits.
I'm doing it just come true because I was listening to the track and I make mistake and take up the wrong track, and then the guy and one of my friends said, "Where you get that track from?" And I said, "This guy gave me." My friend Sasa Frost is my producer right now. So I pick up you give me a track to sing on too, and then I pick up the next track and I say, and he said, "Where you get this track? This is not the guy track." And I'm like, "Hold on." So he called the guy and the guy said, "No, that's not." So I go in my little collection and take out this track. And I said, "Okay, this is the one." So he's always asking me, "Please, can you do a song for me?" So I'm just there with my pen and paper, and then I pick up and write the chorus. Then we move to the verse, and then I ask him some stuff. What which sentence I should put here. So that's how the song really come by. And then with the COVID and everything, so I just put it together.
Yeah, because the world is changing.
Yeah.
Well, it's already changed. Put
Yeah.
it that way, because how we're doing things, right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Papa Levy, of the new normal? Are you all for the new normal?
I'm ready, I'm ready anytime. I'm just staying home for now until things change up, and I'm ready for the new normal. And I'm ready for it.
But you didn't stay home today.
Because music is my life.
Right.
I love music.
Yeah.
I know where you're coming with, man.
You do?
I know where you're coming with something else.
I don't know.
Look at her smiling too. She give me that grin, Yeah.
But you also you also have one of your sons is in the music industry.
Yes,
also.
my son do tracks. He do these young kids now. They do
Yeah, what do they call that? Beats, right?
beats. Yeah, he do beats. He do a lot of beats. He have the first time his thing take off, they do something with Drake. They had some what you call it? What you call it? They copy and then what do you call that now?
I don't know. Did Drake use his beat? One of your
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do
Okay.
beats. Yeah.
So
They do live music, but Drake mostly they make the beats and they do rap on it.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think of the new music? We were speaking with core DJ King Robb earlier, and he wasn't, he was just wondering about the new music that what the kids are listening to these days. What do you think?
Listen, me, man. Let me tell you this, man. Sometimes I want to sing on one of the tracks, and I can't do it because it's going this way and it's going that way. The keys here, the melody of the music going one way. So, you got to, what is there, the time change. So I try to see if I could fit in with them, but trust me, it's kind of hard.
That's what they were saying too. That was
Because
really
I could take a real R&B and sing reggae on it. But some of these tracks where these guys have, I can't do it. Because it's moving this way and moving that way, The track that's different. You'd have to go recycle yourself and come back like a kid. Trust me.
Reinvent
yourself. That's the word. Reinvent yourself, Yeah.
Yeah, but they said it's very different from the music because some of them were saying that the teenagers today, they it's very different. Some DJs play the teenage music, and the guy said everybody's coming with their tablet and everything. Play this, play that.
Yeah,
play this.
Their cell phones.
Yeah. No, but recently,
nobody used to do that though.
Recently, that song I play for you, right? Well, I tell you, I'm going to do it, but I don't want to say it yet. But I'm saying, I just take my phone and I put the tracks up on my computer and I press it and I just sing. These kids know, I'm telling you, they just hear something and they put this, put that, and I don't know. Auto tune, they kill you. Some of them is talking. They're not talking.
Really
they're not singing. The auto tune just can't. That auto tune is to fix voices in music. That's
not really singing. And
you see, like you make a mistake, like an artist sings something and he's all the way in England or somewhere, right?
Yes.
And you want to fix a spot. They just put a little something like you had to put a echo or a delay. That is what auto tune is for. But still, some of it is nice. I understand some of the songs I heard with it properly. It's good, But
it's gonna recycle back to the everything always recycles back to the regular thing because that's not really singing.
Yeah.
How you guys are in the studio, you're doing what you have to do, and you're actually know what the beat, the key, you're everything to the music, right?
Well,
so
there's the singing, and then there's the actual. Do you play a real instrument, or
Yes.
are you just sampling stuff using the computer?
Yeah.
Right. But one of the things that I have said in the past is that new musical forms are products of technology.
Yes.
Right. Like rock music, for example, wasn't possible until we had electricity.
Yes.
Right, to have amplifiers and stuff like that, and like hip hop really wasn't possible until we had samplers.
Yeah,
right, sampling technology. Right, we sample the old tracks, become the beats.
Yes,
and then the rap goes over top of the old, the old musical track.
Yes, the sample. Yeah, that's what my son do. They do a sample and Drake sing on it. And and I think the last album he do for Birdman. My son my son and his friend him do a little stuff there and he sing on it. So he's getting some royalty now and then there. So, but he have his own thing going on right now, and his name is Deshaun Levy.
Okay, Deshaun Levy.
Yeah,
and DBoss.
And the song you were going to sing, can you just sing a verse?
Which one? The
one that he was going to sing.
Oh, the one that
earlier,
the one I sing first.
You can.
Okay, you want me to sing it?
You want to show how good he can sing without.
Oh, come on.
Okay, well, we ain't gonna say that. No,
I wouldn't do acapella.
You wouldn't do it?
Yeah, I can do acapella.
He does acapella very well. I know Papa Lee. He can sing, man. He always ready.
Yeah, I can do acapella.
For people that don't know him out there, Papa Levy always ready, and he's always ready to sing. But if you don't want him to sing,
he brought his feats today. I hope there's some left by the time the show's over.
Well, you know what? If you don't want me to do it, you have a piece of the video I do early on. If you want to just slip it in, and then chip it out, and then you can do that now, or you can't do it.
I don't know, Papa Levy. You're making a difference.
No, I'm not. That's why I come so early. See, I make sure I come early.
Yes.
And I'm looking around. I say, baby, you
want to try it? Okay.
Yeah, try it.
Okay, let's see.
This is live TV, Papa Levy.
Yes, I understand.
So we got it. Okay, I'll play it. Okay,
Yeah.
if you don't like it, you just tell me. We'll stop it. But because we kind of did a little experiment.
Yeah, no problem. I like experimenting.
We recorded with Papa Levy in a whole new way to do it. I don't even know if it's going to work, but we can try it right now. It's live TV.
It's called "If I Follow My Heart." A friend of mine.
If you follow my heart.
I got to do some work now. People are going to watch me like do what I got to do. You guys talk while I'm doing that.
You follow your heart.
Yes.
So what made you write that song?
It's not my song. This is a cover from Mr. Dennis Brown, Mr. Dennis Emmanuel Brown.
Okay.
You know,
you guys don't even know what happened a few years ago. Here's what happened, and I was there because you know Michael Williams, right?
Yeah.
So he brought all the great reggae artists from Jamaica,
Yeah.
including Dennis Brown.
Yeah.
Well, I think is he still alive? I don't know. They had what's her name? I can't remember all the names, but one was last name was Al Capone.
Yeah,
You know
he's
him?
in England. Yeah, he's in England right now.
They
Yeah,
had him,
I
and
know
they
him.
had a girl. I forget what her name was. These were with all the great reggae artists.
Yeah, back
And-
in them times. Yeah.
Anyways, okay, I'm still doing my work here, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So your okay, go ahead.
This song, you know, Mr. Dennis Brown is a man who kind of inspired me to really sing. Because the last time I see him say, Levy, what's going on with you? You're not singing, man. Come on, man. One day, just keep on singing. You know, you have a good voice. So I cover a couple of them songs them too. It's one of my inspirer, you know.
And so can you tell us a little bit about
That's the Prince of Reggae, if you understand.
the
He's
Prince
second,
of Reggae?
Yes, he's second from Bob Marley.
Okay.
Who?
Dennis Brown, Mr. Dennis
Brown.
Emmanuel
Mr.
Brown.
Dennis Brown.
What about
Bob Marley is the king and he's the prince of reggae.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Dennis Brown, yeah.
All right.
Okay. And your other song that you did, you know, because you write your songs, is it based on life experience or you just
No, some of them is
Come
based
up.
upon life experience, you know. Yes. Or something what I go through, like, you know, different from, you know.
you go through things in life?
And I see and then I see things and then I put it together, you know. What's
Like if you're sitting up on your balcony
yes.
and you just let things come flow.
Or if I'm in my shower,
Your shower.
or if in my shower I'm thinking about
So you
something
sing in the
else.
shower?
Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh.
This one called If I Follow My Heart.
If you follow your heart.
I'm gonna be loving you.
Wow.
Sorry. This is from there,
This
Jamaica,
you.
me there, you know, on the seaside.
Yeah, we had to do a couple of takes here, so I'm gonna slowly bring that in. But
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. When it's
well, we'll
Yeah.
yeah. We're all waiting for the track to come.
We're all, oh, okay.
So this is Friday, and on Monday, okay, here we go.
this weekend is Thanksgiving, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
You making turkey?
No.
No.
Steamed fish. Straight out of Toronto, you know, straight Jamaica style. This is my friend song I sing over Mr. Dennis Emmanuel Brown, the Prince of Reggae. And trust me, it's gonna be nice. Listen it. My style. Run thing. Love, 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 love me always. Whoa, yeah. If I follow my heart, I'm gonna love you. And if I follow my tears, I'm gonna leave you. But if I follow my eyes, then it's crying time. I'll be crying too, oh girl. But if I follow what mama says, girl, we will be true. We will be true. Oh yeah. If I follow my heart, I'm gonna love you.
All right, we're back.
Right?
So we just realized the time's running out here. We got a great video for Papa Levy coming up, and
Yes.
we're looking
Yes.
forward to that one. That's called the one we're going to play is called.
That's called
Stimulus
the one he
package.
just did his uncut version.
Well, that's why that was actually an experiment we did today. So it was a little distorted. So we learned a lesson.
You can check it out on YouTube and on the major
So where can
network.
people find you on the social media so when you play out your video?
Okay, Papa Levy Canada. Just type
Make
in
sure Papa Levy Canada.
PAPALEVY Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Not Papa Levi with a high. PAPALEVY.
Not the Levi.
like Eugene Levy.
Yes.
Right? Except
Yes.
it's Levy.
Same, yeah. Canadians say Levy. And Jamaica say Levy.
Okay, here's the tune. Thanks everybody for tuning in. That's it for this week. Have a great weekend.
Stimulus
See you
package style.
on Monday. Here's stimulus
Listen.
package. Here we go. Papa Levy.
Things is so wrong. Things get so tough. Hey now. Last year gonna me no make no money, and this year I come home to make some money. I need a stimulus package to my family. A Papa Levy man who won't feel free, and happiness man, you know it is the key. So open your eyes and then you will see. Cause a lot of crazy things it's surrounding me, but God bless me from me a baby. Yes, He bless me from me a baby. Him bless me from me I am in need. Him bless me, cause Him keep me healthy. Him keep me healthy. Him keep me healthy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A lot of things are wrong with the economy. I want to get away from this money misery. But things get so hard and things get so rough. It's like shackles and my feet upon me and his handcuff. Above all things, they got to stay conscious. Money, money, money. You better pay me where you owe me. You better pay me where you owe me. Whoa, whoa. Last year gonna me no make no money, and this year I come I want to make some money. I need a stimulus package for me and my family. A Papa Levy man who won't feel free, and happiness man, you know it is the key. So open your eyes and then you will see. Cause a lot of crazy things is surrounding me, but God bless me from me a baby. Yes, He bless me from me a baby. Him bless me from me I am in need. Him bless me, cause He keep me healthy. Him keep me healthy. Him keep me healthy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Rough, it tough, rough, whoa, whoa. It rough, it tough, rough, whoa, whoa. Last year gonna me no make no money, and this year I come for want to make some money. I need a stimulus package for my family. A Papa Levy man but won't feel free, and happiness man, you know it is the key. So open your eyes and then you will see. Cause a lot of crazy things is surrounding me, but God bless me from me a baby. Yes, He bless me from me a baby. Him bless me from me I am in need. Him bless me, cause Him keep me healthy. Him keep me healthy. Him keep me healthy. Whoa, whoa. Rough, it rough, whoa, whoa, whoa. It rough, it tough, whoa, whoa, whoa. It rough, it rough, whoa, whoa, whoa.